Welcome back! Orcs Must Die 2, Episode 6. I'm Enigmius, and today we get to start off on our first not yet 5-skulled map, Hidden Gulch. I haven't seen this map in months, to be completely honest. Not a lot of months, probably better described as weeks, but it's been a while, so I'm kind of going in blind, which is good. Not much to talk about on the map select screen, except for we've got 3 skulls. We have finished it before, but not with 5 skulls. Let's go take a look.
More orcs! Let's go!
You're enjoying this.
So are you.
Yes, I am.
Alright, Hidden Gulch. This one is tricky. It's trickier than it looks. It looks like a very straightforward, straight line map. We've got the rift, the single rift ahead of us. There's no other rifts for the bad guys to come out of. And we go down here, passing through the middle, and we've got 2 portals to defend, but they're basically, for all practical intents and purposes, you might as well just have one, because they're pretty much in the same spot, which is very convenient. The difficulty comes from the fact that this is basically a 3-lane map, no matter what you try to do, because there are sappers. If you try and block off any lanes with barricades, they will go directly for those barricades every time and blow the hell out of them, which means it's best to try and keep in mind always that, you know, you're in one lane for this moment in time, and the next moment in time you could have orcs leaking through this side, and if you're not paying attention, that's basically the end of your attempt for 5 skulls. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and keep that in mind. We'll bring up the full assortment of bad guys. We've got the Babby Orcs, the Light Orc Warriors, the Medium Orc Warriors, the Earth Elementals, Kobold Runners, sons of bitches, the Crossbow Orcs, the Kobold Sappers, and the Bile Bats, the Airborne guys. Make for a pretty busy map. So I'm finding that what's working is to treat the bottom lanes, the left and the right sides, as where I want to have my kill zones. And then just when I have a little bit of extra money, put some traps up in the middle to handle the sappers. So if I'm not using barricades, the sappers will always want to go up the middle, which makes it a little bit easier to kind of determine what kind of placement for your spike traps is going to catch as many of them as possible. So over here, we're going to do the my standard setup. In this case, I'm using the web trap to try and bunch the orcs up as they're coming through in waves, so when they hit the acid traps, each acid trap is hitting more orcs than if I just let them run through on their own. So that's kind of the goal with this setup. And I don't want to get too aggressive with the spending, but we will put the my finisher of choice, the flame vent, because it's pretty deadly, and if you've got orcs coming through, they get slowed and then they get acid spat all over them, and then finish them off with a blast of flame. Most orcs will be hurting pretty badly by the time that's done, but in this case I can't afford to do the flame over that side, so we're going to pay a little extra attention over here on this side to make sure that we're not getting orcs leaking through because they're not quite getting enough damage on them to finish them off. Now, because I'm not going for a high score here, I'm perfectly happy to kind of help out the traps a little bit. And as you can see, light orcs already leaking through, which I expected. It's not a big deal, but it just indicates that we've got a ways to go on that side before we can say the kill zone is in good shape. Alright, so now we got medium orcs. Yes, medium orcs. A little bit of assistance from the minecarts. And we do have the archers as well, which is handy because of the flyers. Kind of a pain in the butt because you've got the flyers doing damage to them, and then you get crossbow orcs doing damage to them, and then all you're hearing is that all of your archers are dying. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So elementals, that went well. So we're gonna round out this side
I'll
here
see
with
them
the
all
flame,
burn.
and we'll give him some more
Fresh hell
acid.
is this?
And that means the weak side is over here now.
Biomass. Yeah.
Oh,
Bad
and
enough when they're just
flyers.
breathing fire and ice.
So it's we got one down already. There we go, and 3 more, and this is when the orcs start coming out with them. Because orcs are jerks. And those guys will be hurting a little bit momentarily. Is that? I think that's it for bile bats for now. What do we got over here? Babby orcs. I just want to see how are we doing here for. Yeah. The flame vents finishing them off is just, it's probably one of the most satisfying things for me. Just like that. So, keeping an eye. So far so good. Medium orcs. And no flyers, no runners, no elementals, and nobody behind me means we're in good shape. So we got the archer helping until that guy, that was actually a pretty clever orc. He kind of got out of the way there, but wasn't enough to save him.
Come out
Gonna do more acid and more acid. That's all the acid we can afford for now. Should have a rest wave after this. And in the meantime, this is where it starts to get easy to be complacent because the kill zones are filling out. We're almost to the point where I could ignore most mobs coming through either side. See, those runners would have been a pain in the butt to deal with if they hadn't been killed completely in that kill zone. But then you look up and oh look, it's bile bats all over the damn place. So the mini-map says we're in good shape.
They're in the West Hall.
And now we come over here, we got bile bats again, we got medium orcs. We're just going to soften them up a bit if we can. We got runners, and we got flyers.
Surely there's more.
There we go. That was starting to... What the hell? That was starting to feel a little bit tense. Now the rest waves...
Welcome to my cooking class.
It's very easy to kind of settle back and say, okay, well, it's a rest wave, so I've got as much time as I want to set up my traps and do this and that, and that's how you wind up with 4 skulls instead of 5. So we're just going to try and keep that in mind. Now, I like to have the flame vents kind of staggered like this so that they don't all open at once and go bonkers with the overkill. And we're going to start seeing sappers very soon, so we're going to focus our attention now on filling out the middle. And if all goes well,
A harsh lesson.
we might be in good shape to finish this with 5 skulls. I think we're doing okay for time. That will only improve as we advance now because the kill zones are, I would say they're adequate at this particular time. And then we'll start filling them out closer to overkill. And that's when things start to get, things die quicker, more combos, more points, but more importantly, less chance of the freak leak that one sort of worst case scenario that you hadn't really anticipated. It's like a kobold runner or a sapper or the one orc that you thought was dead getting through and just ruining the whole thing.
They're in the east hall.
Orcs have so many parts.
An archer is down.
Arch. Oh, the crossbow orcs. Yeah, crossbow orcs killing off all my archers.
So much wonderful
Oh, look at this.
death.
We got flyers trying to be sneaky. They're puking all over my archer, which is not nice.
Is there any limit to my genius?
There we go. I find with the crossbow orcs, it's easier to manage them by staying as far away
Clear
from them as
proof
you
of my
can.
superiority.
Just because it gives you a tiny bit of opportunity to see
Clean and sharp.
the bolts coming and
Relentless,
dodge out of
aren't
the
they?
way. For our sapper friends. Yeah, I think this is the wave where the sappers start
yes.
showing up. I guess I could start getting some floor traps in here as well. That's the one thing I don't really have is any kind of floor trap. It's all acid and fire. Here we go. Let's see how we do. See? Already. One gets through. 2, 4, 5.
At this
Son
rate,
of
they'll
a-
run out of orcs. They're up above.
We got fires.
They're in the west hall.
A little bit tense, a little bit tense, a little bit busy.
Why so
We got-
few?
Threats all over the place, but we're managing them so far. More sappers.
East hall.
Let's see how
So
our
much
defense is
wonderful
managed.
death.
Oh, the bile bat puked on me and now I'm slow.
Insects.
What a jerk. Look at that. Alright, so let's do...
How I do love my toys.
So, speaking of floor traps, there's no kill like overkill.
So many dead all at once.
Oh, we got spikes and acid and webs and fire and spikes for the sappers. More spikes for the sappers. And medium orcs are still leaking through a little bit. More sappers.
An extra helping of
Oh
pain.
yeah, that's
A delightful
how I
series
like
of
to
death.
see the sappers go. They sometimes they come out just spaced perfectly, so you kill the first one, and it's just a chain of explosions that kills them all.
A momentary pause.
Excellent. Let's go down here and make sure. Yep, that's there. We're going to,
A special
since the other side
just
seems to
for
have
you.
been doing so well, we're going to throw some down like that, and that, and that, and that.
Like it.
I think as a kill zone goes, that one is in pretty good shape. Yeah, those medium orcs just basically dissolved. Oh, Wave 7 of 9. We're in good shape. Our kill zone is keeping them up towards their own rifts. That's good for time. We got flyers. Nobody likes flyers anymore.
They're in the east
So, there we go. Oh, look at all the elementals.
They're in the west hall.
Cool. What do we got over here? I will be very surprised. There we go.
Efficiency.
That-
Has fallen.
Bile bats. Bile bats are dumb.
They're up above.
One guy left, and I think that's the end of this wave. Wicked. So,
There.
they keep exploding, and it frightens me. Alright. Two more waves. Two more waves. I think we're in good shape, but every time I say that, I end up having to start over.
So much wonderful death.
Yes. Yes. There are few things more entertaining in this
So
game
beautiful.
than orcs on fire dancing. Whoa. That was, well, we had a runner who thought he was going to be a smart guy and get through.
They're almost there.
And now,
So
I would
many
rather
dead
be
all at once.
keeping an eye on bile bats, but the medium orcs actually made it through. I guess they got like the double wave thing.
Let me say so myself.
They're in the east hall.
That guy, he had a bit of a rough time there. Liars.
In the west hall.
See, I was about to run forward. I saw the elementals, and I was like, okay, oh, look at this. I saw the elementals, and I was like, okay, I'm going to run forward and help take care of those guys. And then I glanced up at the mini-map, and I saw the dots, and I was like, you bastard. Alright, what
I
can
hope
we
you
do?
like pain.
Acids, acids. You know what? Acid, acid. Acid. Screw y'all. I guess, oh, you know what? I should have tried to see if there was a spot where I could put some acid sprayers up top
An extra
and get
helping
the
of pain.
bile bats. That would have been awesome.
Line up for me, please.
Look at all these guys.
So many traps and so many victims.
Sneaking up on me while I had my head in the clouds. We come over here. What do we got?
Now, how many was that?
We're almost there. We're so close. I could taste it. Oh, look at all this. This is the final push. You thought you had it bad. What do we got? Crossbow orc making himself a nuisance. Elementals. Looks like a couple more elementals coming through the other side. Those guys are clear. Around here. All the headshots. Yes! Yes! At long last, victory is ours. That's not a bad score either. 15 new skulls. Let's take a look at the stats here. So, perfect victory, manaless victory. I didn't use the wind belt at all. 40,000 career kills. That's where I got 5 in the, yeah, okay. So that's where we got all the extra skulls. This wouldn't have qualified as a high score match because I did get hit somewhere along the line. I bet you it was a crossbow or one of the bile-bat explosions. But we got manaless, which is 3 extra skulls. Let's see the leaderboard. Where did we put ourselves? Find me. 1,411. So that's where we're at without trying for the score. When we come back for the score, my goal is always to be under 1,000. I think we can do it when we come back, which won't be the next episode. The next episode, we're going to try a new map that I haven't played before. I think it's the Precipice. Is that what it's called? Let's find out. Campaign menu. Yes, the Precipice. So that's what we'll be doing next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun. It was not easy, but we got it done. 5 skulls. On to new things. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments and feedback below. Take care. Oh shit.
Did you miss me, boys?
This isn't going to work because they can just go right up here and over. God damn it. What did I... Oh. I just used the stun ability of the crossbow. Oh, shit.
They're in the East Hall.
This is, a goddamn tragedy. Did they actually break through my barricades? No. No, they did not break through my barricades. Oh, but... Are they crossbow orcs already? Yeah, they're crossbow orcs. So this was a tragic example of missing a key component in the layout of the map.
The lesson is complete.
I mean, so far we're kind of keeping up with them, but this isn't going to last. We got an elemental coming down this way. This kind of insult to injury is basically what that amounts to. Uh-oh, there we go. We missed a guy. He's about to get through. And we're turned around the wrong way. Yeah, bam.
Surely there's more.
First wave, screwed. Let's retry. This is a mess. This is... This is an absolute mess. It's a disaster. Oh, and of course it would have to be the medium ones. We're getting all kinds of help here from the archers and the minecarts, but I'm already standing in the glow of the portal. That's not a good thing. That's actually a very bad thing. We've got Earth Elemental. Oh, look at this. Here we go. This could be the end as we know it.
The horde is escaping to the valley!
Yeah, that was... that was bad. That was just not a good strategy. The difficulty with the crossbow is that it's extremely powerful if you're landing headshots. If you're not landing headshots, it's probably one of the weakest weapons in the game.
They're almost there!
Uh-oh. Okay, this is heavy danger.
They're up above!
No. Oh, he got through.
I enjoyed that.
Son of a bitch. We lost 2. So I should get some spike traps down the middle between waves. I think that, based on what we just saw, that would make a great deal of sense. Yeah. Oh, BS. I hate you, sappers. I hate you and everything you stand for. Oh, man.
Not like
Oh. That is just so not cool.
this. Done already.
We were actually doing really well. Fuck you, sapper. A person can really only spend so much time running. Oh, you son of a bitch. See what I mean? Oh, yeah. See, now that was about perfect. Sometimes they come out all in this like perfectly spaced row, so the explosion from the first one kills the one behind it, and then it just sort of chains back. What? Oh, are you? Oh, we lost one, and I'll bet you it was a runner. I am so sad, you cocksucker.